Welcome to Street Memoir. Everything will be in today's video. Hyundai Venue flips in a dramatic stunt. The car hits lightly, but spins like an action movie, then lands back on its wheels like a pro stunt. Luckily, all three passengers are safe. But hey, driving isn't a reflex test, just 1 second of distraction, and the consequences could be much worse. The impact was so strong that the car snapped in half, like something out of an action movie, but this was real life. 3 passengers managed to escape, while the driver was unconscious and rushed to the hospital. The utility pole stood firm, but nearly became a weapon of destruction if the car had been moved quickly. A costly lesson: high speed and loss of control are the perfect recipe for disaster. A chaotic scene like a domino effect. The container truck lost control, crashing into one car after another, turning National Highway 51 into a battlefield. Fortunately, there were no casualties, but the car owners will surely feel the pain in their wallets. Takeaway: when driving, always control your speed, otherwise, you might become the main character in a massive pileup. A toll-dodging scene straight out of an action movie. The car zoomed past, sneaking behind a bus to escape the toll, leaving the toll booth staff shouting in shock. One brave employee took off in pursuit, running so fast he lost his sandals, but the car was long gone. Watching this, you could only sigh. Looks like the toll booth just met its match. Remember, dodging tolls isn't just wrong, it can be dangerous, and sometimes you end up losing more than you gain. A heart-stopping moment. The truck sped like a rocket, skimmed past the divider, then slammed into a utility pole with massive force. The impact lifted the rear, crushed the cabin, and trapped the driver. A chilling reminder: speed and lack of focus are a deadly combo. Stay alert, or you might end up in a real-life horror scene. A heart-stopping maneuver. The trailer truck was flying down the road. The curve was right ahead, but the brakes were nowhere to be found. To avoid a head-on crash with the container truck, the driver had to make a sharp turn, causing the truck to tip over like an action movie scene. Luckily, only metal got twisted, not people. The takeaway: don't let speed decide your fate on the road. A reckless move with serious consequences. The truck honked as a warning, but the pickup truck charged forward as if it heard nothing. The result: a brutal crash right in the intersection, leaving the pickup's front end wrecked and the driver with a lesson they won't forget. Remember, intersections aren't the place to test your luck. When you hear a horn, slow down or brace for impact. A perfect domino effect collision. 2 motorbikes crashed into each other, but the final victim was an innocent cart standing on the roadside. All of this happened due to a lack of attention and overconfidence while riding. The road is not a playground, and motorbikes are not race horses. Slow down before it's too late. The elderly man reacted faster than a youngster. In just a split second, he managed to jump off his bicycle, avoiding a head-on crash that made everyone's heart skip a beat. The bicycle was sacrificed, but luckily, the elderly man was safe. What's the lesson here? When crossing an intersection with limited visibility, slow down, observe carefully, because not everyone has super reflexes like this grandpa to dodge an accident. An unexpected stunt. The three-wheeler suddenly swerved, turning the road into an action stage. The motorcyclist had no time to react, crashed straight into it, performed an unintentional midair flip. Unfortunately, This wasn't a movie, but a real-life danger. Remember, on the road, every sudden decision can turn someone into an accidental stunt performer. A street racing stunt that almost turned into a disaster. Two students took a high-speed turn, lost control, skidded straight under a truck. Luckily, the driver reacted instantly, braking just in time to save them from a respawn ticket. The takeaway: roads aren't racetracks, and emergency braking can save lives, but it's best not to need it in the first place. A heart-stopping moment right on the crosswalk. The pedestrian rushed across just as the car approached. The driver reacted in a split second, slamming the brakes and narrowly avoiding a nasty collision. Lucky for both this time, but remember, the road is no place to test your luck. A heart-stopping moment like an action movie. The car sped forward, knocked down a streetlight, and flipped over right in front of a mother and her child. Fortunately, just a split second more and tragedy could have struck. A costly reminder: losing control while driving is not only dangerous for yourself, but can also put innocent lives in a life or death situation. A reaction straight out of an action movie. As the truck suddenly charged forward like a wild beast, the dashcam driver pulled off a lightning-fast move, shifting into reverse just in time to avoid a collision. A heart-stopping moment, but also a valuable lesson. Staying calm and reacting quickly can be the key to escaping danger in high-stakes situations. That was some next-level reflexes. Just parked his bike, and suddenly, a runaway car comes flying back like it's playing bowling with him. But thanks to action movie-worthy instincts, he jumps just in time to dodge the hit. The vehicles are damaged, the shop takes a hit, but the most important thing: he walks away in one piece. Two cars were heading in opposite directions on a narrow road. To avoid a collision, the driver of the white car made an unbelievable decision, tilting his wheels onto the rock wall to let the black car pass. Unlike the classic fable of two stubborn goats on a bridge, these two drivers showed remarkable cooperation. Viewers were in awe of the white car driver's extraordinary skills. However, don't try this at home. In tight spots, it's always best to reverse and find a safe passing point. The truck driver was approaching the toll station, but suddenly swerved into the next lane, slamming the poor car into a concrete pillar. A lane change without signals, without checking, only with an accident. Don't turn the steering wheel into a game of chance. Pay attention. Change lanes properly, or you might go straight from the toll booth to the repair shop. Long and loose sun protection clothing may shield you from the sun, but it poses a hidden danger when riding a motorbike. Just a moment of carelessness can lead to an accident in the blink of an eye. Always dress neatly when on the road. Safety is not just a matter of luck, but also a matter of awareness. Using an umbrella while cycling may seem convenient, but it's clearly not a safe choice. The umbrella obstructs vision and reduces control, making accidents happen in the blink of an eye. Fortunately, this time there were no serious consequences, but it serves as an important reminder. When participating in traffic, especially in bad weather conditions, always prioritize safety over convenience. A costly lesson on crossing the road without looking. The motorbike shot out as if it appeared out of nowhere, leaving the pickup truck driver with no chance to avoid the crash despite quick reflexes. Luckily, no serious injuries were reported, but this serves as a strong reminder: when in traffic, don't let haste turn into an irreversible mistake. taking a corner like a racer, but unfortunately, the streets aren't a racetrack. No slowing down, no control, and the result? A motorbike stuck to the car like an accidental sculpture. Luckily, this was just a laugh or cry moment, because if the car had been moving, there'd be no laughing at all. Roads are for driving, not testing reflexes. Control your speed before you become part of the wall. A perfect example of great minds think alike, but in the worst way possible. The pickup truck signaled left but veered right to widen the turn, while the two bikers miscalculated and chose the wrong path. The result? A fiery collision between two impatient parties. On the road, there's no room for guesswork, only careful observation and precise execution. Speeding doesn't mean getting home faster, it just means crashing harder. This reckless maneuver turned into a real-life action scene. With no second take, losing control at high speed led to a brutal collision. A timeless reminder, the road is not a racetrack, and life is not a game. Stopping without signaling is no different from setting a trap on the road. The sudden brake without warning left the electric scooter rider with no time to react, resulting in a crash that was painful for both body and bike. Don't turn the streets into a reflex test for others. Always signal before stopping. A haunting domino accident as a container truck from behind plows into a red truck, crashing into a gas pump hall within mere seconds. Fortunately, the woman on the bicycle narrowly escaped, but no one should gamble their life on luck. Maintaining a safe distance isn't just a rule, it's a way to protect yourself and others. Falling from the sky literally, a metal bar from a high-rise construction site struck a motorcyclist's head, turning an ordinary ride into a terrifying moment. Fortunately, the helmet became a life-saving shield in the blink of an eye. This accident is a powerful reminder. Wearing a helmet isn't just about following the rules, it's about defying fate. Just a moment of inattention, and the student on the electric bike ended up on the car's hood face to face with fate. Lucky to escape unharmed, but the lesson won't be so easy. Don't let a rush turn into a painful fall. Slow down. Observe carefully, because the road is no place to test your luck.